Welcome back, folks. This is Sprues and Studs, and again, we have a massive announcement that comes from JoyToy and their ongoing collaboration with Warhammer. It just seems like these guys, they're just getting better and better and announcing more major things that are coming down the pipeline. And I am very, very excited to share all these things with you. So, the first thing I will talk about are the Space Wolves. Space Wolves fans, you guys are so lucky, mainly because you are getting 2 releases, which are very, very major ones. In fact, I believe that they are the only ones currently that are going to be released with named characters. You heard me, named characters. We all love these unique characters in the game because they are badass and they've survived probably thousands of years in the lore, and they've been up to pretty much legend status in the game. So, who am I talking about? The first one I'm going to be talking about is Bjorn the Fell-Handed. Yes, you are getting a unique dreadnought. You guys are so lucky, and it makes me jealous as a son of Sanguinius. I want to see my beloved faction get their unique characters like Mephiston, Dante, Corbulo. I could probably list all of them, but I don't want to keep boring you guys with it. So let's just focus at the task at hand, which is Bjorn the Fell-Handed. So this model, again, is regaled with so much detail and decorations with Space Wolves. You have pelts that are all over the place on the shoulder pads of the Dreadnought, as well as in front of the Dreadnought. There's even wolf pelts dangling down in the, groin area, I suppose, of the Dreadnought. So this model is just absolutely insane because, again, this is the first unique character that JoyToy and Warhammer has actually produced. And I'm really, really excited to see exactly how awesome it is. So Bjorn actually comes with a bunch of things. He comes with his famous lightning claws, which I believe are called True Claw. And under True Claw is, I believe, a heavy flamer. So in his right hand, he has an assault cannon too, to round out the regular loadout of Bjorn in the game. And what can I say, guys? This is just an absolutely great looking model. I know I am total fanboying right now, but as far as I can see, JoyToy has done a pretty good job with these models that have been produced, and I expect no different from these unique Space Marines that are now going to be coming out. I did not know that they were going to have unique characters, but now they do. So what you can expect from Bjorn the Fell-Handed, and especially with True Claw, is that you can open up the claws out for maximum slicing power, or you can push the claws in so you can stab a person or some demon with it, which is really pretty cool that has full pulsability like that. And as usual, all these Dreadnoughts and all these JoyToys have pretty good posability, so you can manipulate Bjorn however way you want to manipulate him. So that is pretty awesome news. Now, moving forward, again, Space Wolves fans, you guys get Ragnar Blackmane. And this model, he looks certifiably badass. I mean, he's been through a lot of shit on the battlefield, and he looks like it. So anyways, he's got a really mean looking face, as all Space Wolves do in the end, because they're determined, they are close combat, they're fierce, and they're awesome. So anyways, Ragnar's got a chain blade called Frostfang, and you can see the massive teeth on the outside of the chainsword, and you can also see that it's got Frostfang etched on the chainsword itself, which is pretty cool. And the only other armament I believe Ragnar comes with is a master-crafted bolt pistol or a heavy bolt pistol. I'm not too sure because I'm not 100% a Space Wolves player, but it's one of those two things. Either way, he is decked in, as usual, Space Wolves regalia. You have a gigantic wolf pelt that goes from the shoulders all the way down. I mean, this guy, again, looks certifiably badass. And then you have the backpack that has been replaced with 2 wolf's heads on the back. And then you can see chains with teeth all along the front chest plate of Ragnar. So again, Space Wolves fans, you guys are very, very lucky to get something like that. I'm very jealous of you because you're the first faction that actually gets unique characters. So does that open up things such as getting Marneus Calgar or Tigerius or even Gilliman? I don't know. I mean, the whole entire roadmap is now just completely blown wide open with these 2 releases. So we're definitely going to be looking forward to that one in the future. Now, the other 2 releases are basically one and the same, and they are of Outriders. The first Outrider is of a Ultramarines Outrider, and the second one is a Black Templars Outrider. Both of them are outfitted with the same thing, with I believe is a twin-linked bolt rifle as the primary armaments on the front, and then the intercessors themselves, or the Outriders themselves, comes with a heavy bolt pistol and an Astartes chainsword, so they can get right into combat with those people when they're on the front lines. So it appears that with the Outriders, you have to buy the 2 things separately, which means that you're going to have to buy the bike separately than from the Space Marine itself. So those things come sold separately, but I'm sure that everybody's going to be getting the whole entire set, because that just would look weird if you have just a bike. And from what I can tell from the Ultramarines, it doesn't have what I really like to see, which are the highlights. Having highlights on the tops of the armor panels really make the model pop, as I discussed in my Invictor Warsuit, but unfortunately, it looks like JoyToy is not doing that anymore with the models. I kind of wish that they did, because it looks a lot better when the models are highlighted. It's definitely shaded, but it's not highlighted. And to make matters worse, the Black Templars one really needs the highlights because it just looks like a kind of a black blob on wheels. It really needs to have some kind of definition to set the armor panels apart from each other. Unfortunately, it's not possible. It's also a black color, so you're not going to be able to get any shading whatsoever, which is kind of a disappointment to me. But you know what? We take what we can get, and hopefully maybe JoyToy at some point in time will start highlighting the models again to make them really pop. And finally, we have the Orc Commandos. I'm really not going to get too much into the Orc Commandos because I really do not know enough about the lore to actually say things properly to everybody, lest you basically flame me on YouTube. But I will say that the whole entire Commando set comes with 6 different orcs, and this is actually the first time JoyToy has actually made Xenos characters in their whole entire line of action figures, which is a really cool thing. Each and every single one of the orc boys has different armaments, different characters. It looks like one of them has a version of a heavy flamer. Another one looks like it has a version of some kind of like autocannon or something. It's pretty exciting to see JoyToy make Xenos, which hopefully will pave the way to them making even more Xenos, such as, like I said, Eldari or even maybe Tyrannage, which would be super badass. From what I can tell, the detail on the Orc Boys is pretty cool too. You have a lot of shading that are involved, especially with the deep musculature of the Orcs. Maybe you have some highlighting that I see somewhere in there, but we shall see how this goes. So when are these things being released? So first of all, Bjorn is going to be released sometime in October, and it fetches a price at around $135. Ragnar Blackmane will also be released sometime in October of 2022, and it looks like he fetches a pretty hefty premium at around $75 per model, which is about, I believe, $15 more expensive than a normal character. So I would expect sometime in the future, all these unique character action figures are going to cost around $75. And then for the Outriders, they will actually be released earlier than the rest of them that I've discussed. They will be coming out August 2022. And it appears that the total retail price of the bike as well as the Primaris Marine is going to be around $90. If you decide to buy these things separately, the Space Marine is going to cost $40, which is about standard for your JoyToy cost. And then the bike is going to cost around 50-something odd dollars. And finally, the Orc Commandos, there are going to be a total of 6 of them, and they will be released also October 2022. And I'll be honest with you, they fetch a hefty premium at $375 for 6 models. So each of them cost individually $65, which is way more expensive than your regular Space Marine, which costs around $40. So it's $25 more expensive. I'm not sure exactly why the cost is so much. So this is Sprues and Studs, and I hope you enjoyed this preview video. I will definitely be doing a lot more of these preview videos, so stay tuned. And I also definitely will be doing a lot of reviews with regards to the JoyToy models that are coming out. Specifically, the Ultramarines Blade Guard are coming out, the Colors of the Rainbow Blade Guard are coming out, as well as the Blood Angels, Intercessors, and Aggressors are going to be coming out pretty soon. So look for those videos somewhere in the future. And as usual, everybody, I'll see you all in the next one.